Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome on this beautiful, warm, sunny day. It's cold in here. We only have one delegation this afternoon, Sheila McKinnon, Manager of the Arts Services, to appear to update us on the Cultural Strategic Plan. Thank you, Sheila, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Mayor and members of Council. I've been asked to give you a little warning. Today I made a cup of tea, and by the end of practicing my presentation, it was still hot. So it's not a really long presentation, but it's going to take about 13 minutes. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'm really looking forward to representing this to you on behalf of Arts and Heritage Services staff this afternoon. Jacqueline, Kent, Leanne, Lynn, and Ryan. And they're here to support me today, and I really appreciate all the work that they've done contributing towards this presentation. So the Surrey Cultural Plan was adopted by Council in May of 2012, and here is the vision statement for the Cultural Plan. Given the continued growth and diversity of Surrey's population, this statement is as relevant and important today as it was in 2012. The plan contains dozens of recommendations sorted under these 6 goals and timed to be completed between 2012 and 2016. Time does not permit us to address every recommendation, so today we'll focus on our accomplishments, followed by our priorities for the future. Goal A, Enhance the City Centre, recommends that the City support the startup of Arts Umbrella. Arts Umbrella in City Centre offers a number of free community outreach programs in partnership with the Surrey School District. In 2014, we welcomed a new performance space to the city, the beautiful Centre Stage here at City Hall. This innovative and intimate performance space has seating for 200. Centre Stage helps us achieve Goal A, Enhance City Centre. This space is a prelude to pursuing the greatly anticipated City Centre Performing Arts Centre. Centre Stage is a tribute to Surrey's dedication to the concept of community activation of public spaces. Centre Stage is complemented by City Room, which serves as the lobby for Centre Stage events, or can be booked on its own for community or private events and celebrations. To date, over 100 events have been held in the Centre Stage City Room spaces. In addition to a wide variety of internal City of Surrey events, we introduced Surrey's own Pechakucha Nights and hosted the provincial launch for Culture Days. Goal B, Enhance Town Centres, recommends that we augment arts and heritage space in downtown areas, and specifically called for us to complete the planning, design and construction of an interim art space addition at the South Surrey Recreation Centre in the short term, and then construct a downtown cultural centre in South Surrey in the medium term. With funding through the Build Surrey program and a very generous donation of $250,000 from the South Surrey White Rock Arts Society, we were able to achieve Phase 1 of Art Space for South Surrey. Animating the entrance plaza of this facility, the artwork ribbon signifies how South Surrey embraces people of all ages in a place that nourishes body, mind and spirit. The urban screen helps us achieve Goal A, Enhance City Centre, and Goal C, Expedite the Decentralization of Art Services. It contributes to Council's vision of a cultural corridor and innovation boulevard in City Centre. A new decentralized heritage service launched as a pilot project in 2012. Heritage reenactment performances provide authentic historic experiences at special events and in the Cloverdale Historic Downtown. 5 historic characters were launched in 2012, including Mary Jane Shannon, a Cloverdale teacher, and Dr. Frederick Sinclair, Surrey's first doctor. The Reenactors Surrey True Stories Heritage Reenactment Program recently received the British Columbia Parks and Recreation Association's 2015 Program Award of Excellence. The award recognized the Heritage Program's collaboration with arts, recreation, parks and special events, resulting in an innovative and creative Surrey-specific reenactment program that serves as a model for other cities and recognizes Surrey's leadership in the development and delivery of heritage and cultural programming. The Surrey International Children's Festival has just completed its 11th year. The festival welcomes 18,000 to 20,000 participants each year. Approximately 350 volunteers, 90% of them between the ages of 14 and 19, create a festival for children delivered by youth. The festival would not be possible without a variety of partners, including the Surrey Board of Trade, the Arts Council of Surrey, Surrey Libraries, Arts Umbrella, and many internal city departments, thus helping to fulfill Cultural Plan Goal C, Enhanced Sense of Community. Goal C, Enhanced Sense of Community, also recommended we update the Surrey Arts Centre Theatre's strategic plan to consider new and future venues coming online. The plan, completed in 2014, will help guide planning and operations of the theatres for the next 3 to 5 years. We were very proud that the surveys conducted indicated a very high level of customer satisfaction with our current services and facilities. A strategic plan for the Surrey Art Gallery identified 5 strategic goals and operational priorities, including to build on the strength of the gallery's achievements as convener and catalyst for contemporary art locally, nationally, and internationally. Here you see images of one of these projects recognizing the 100th anniversary of the Komagata episode. Among the other goals and priorities from the gallery's strategic plan has been for the gallery to build new audiences and community through involvement in art, art making, and dialogue. Here are just a few examples of how arts and heritage promotes social cohesion in the city. Also supporting enhancing sense of community, the museum hosts national and international exhibitions to create a community where individuals, culture, and the environment thrive. The current exhibition gallery is limited by its size. However, there are a few examples of high-profile national exhibits that have traveled to Surrey for the enjoyment of local residents and visitors. Providing services and space for cultural activities is important. However, in conjunction with this, Goal D of the plan describes how we should enhance community involvement potential and recommended the establishment of a cultural grants program. The success, growth, and importance of this program cannot be overstated in terms of measuring how this has enabled us to mobilize Surrey's arts and heritage resources. Since the launch of the Cultural Grants Program in 2013, 71 groups have formally submitted expression of interest. 118 initiatives have been funded over 3 years, and the return on investment ratio has increased to $10 leveraged for every city dollar invested. And we want to especially thank the members of the Culture Development Advisory Committee for their significant role in developing this program. So how do we ensure that the public knows about these great services? Goal E, Enhance the Economy, recommended the development and implementation of a cultural marketing plan. The plan was completed in 2014. The first thing accomplished was a new brand for Surrey Arts and Heritage, Say Ah, launched last September. The brand has been promoted through banners, transit shelter ads, and posters throughout the city. We've also designed a new website landing page for Arts and Heritage, and the page features the new brand and provides quick links to feature exhibitions to arts and heritage facilities. The cultural plan calls for us to use public art to reinforce unique town centre identities. For the new Guildford Pool, artist Michael Crondall was inspired by the idea of using an image of water to create a contemporary reference to the history of fountains in civic squares and their function as the centre of life in a city. In March 2011, Council adopted the Private Development Public Art Program. For Polygon's Harvard Gardens development, this recent work by Robert Davidson is one of a limited edition of 2 sculptures bearing this name. The other piece resides in the National Gallery in Ottawa. We've been very honoured to have this sculpture on display at the Surrey Art Gallery, and it will be moved to its permanent home in South Surrey this October. It's evident that the Surrey Cultural Plan is guiding our work, and there have been many accomplishments. However, there is still some significant work to be completed, and here are our priorities. We're looking forward to the completion of the Surrey Museum. In the meantime, the Kids Gallery at the Surrey Museum is a pilot project to build audiences and prepare the community for expanded services and children's interactive displays that will become part of the museum Phase 2. The theme of the interactive exhibition is taken directly from the City Sustainability Charter. It will be the first dedicated kids gallery at a museum in the Lower Mainland. One of our new initiatives is a Cultural Grants newsletter that we will publish 4 times per year. Newsletters will provide information regarding other grant, capacity building, and promotional opportunities for groups. Goal B, Enhanced Town Centres, advocates that we continue to install public art in town centres based on the priorities, themes and locations identified in the Surrey Public Art Plan. We continue to review our plans and priorities with the Public Art Advisory Committee and currently have sites identified and most of the funding in place for 2 future artworks per town centre. Throughout 2014 and 2015, Heritage Services engaged in a process to update the acquisitions policy for heritage collections and archive collections. Heritage Services is launching a multicultural acquisitions project in 2015, inviting donations of artifacts from Surrey's South Asian, Korean, Philippine and Ukrainian communities. The goal of the project is to promote an understanding and awareness of Surrey's cultural communities through heritage collections, fulfilling Goal C of the Cultural Plan. Cultural mapping is a systematic approach to identifying and recording cultural resources to support more effective planning and decision-making. You create a database of cultural resources, could be public art, cultural spaces, artists or historic sites, and you illustrate the geographic distribution of these assets using maps. Making these maps available electronically online helps to promote culture in our community. Through the launch of the My Surrey app last year, we were able to map 2 assets, public art and some of the groups currently registered through our Cultural Grants program. More work needs to be completed in this area. This year we have 3 unique art space opportunities, all of which contribute to Council's goal of creating a cultural corridor in the city. 10660 City Parkway is a 2,500 square foot facility owned by the city and located near the Chuck Bailey Recreation Centre and Covered Youth Park. In June, a request for expression of interest was released to seek 1 or more arts organizations interested in partnering with the city on an operating agreement to create an art space with some type of youth engagement component. In 2014, the city invested $1 million towards the construction of the Phoenix Rising Sun Gallery and Social Innovation Centre. This space will eventually be leased to a not-for-profit social enterprise, and there will be a minimum of 6 hours a week of free use of this space for local cultural organizations. On 137th Street within the heart of Newton, there are going to be a series of pop-up art space projects taking place this summer, and this will be a catalyst for establishing a cultural destination attraction in Newton. Goal B, Enhanced Town Centres, calls for us to complete strategic plans for arts and heritage in each town centre. Working with Hughes Condon Marler Architects, the Clayton Cultural Needs Assessment is completed and facility concept planning is underway for a proposed recreation, library and arts facility. Here you see a couple of goals from the plan related to decentralizing arts and heritage services, and we will continue to further our long-term planning regarding decentralized services towards creating cultural venues in City Centre and South Surrey. Goal E, Enhance the Economy, recognizes the value in strengthening Surrey's creative industries. Economic development staff have been fostering relationships with thought leaders in academia, notably the SFU School of Interactive Arts and Technology, Kwantlen's Wilson School of Design, and Emily Carr's School of Industrial Design, in addition to interviewing institutions, industrial designers, and artists in the city. This work has highlighted that Surrey has a wealth of creative talent, both formally trained and those with an interest in art and design. Staff are continuing to play a role as a connector in the community between artists, stakeholders and partners to identify challenges, resources and opportunities to create a strong and vibrant creative arts sector. Arts and heritage services are an essential part of any strategy geared towards creating a balanced, inclusive, safe and creative environment for youth. Through a variety of recent programs and pilot projects, supported primarily through grants and sponsorship, we have had tremendous success in reaching and involving youth. However, we need further resources to sustain these programs. The Creative City Network of Canada is a national nonprofit organization comprised of a network of experts working in this field in communities across Canada that directly serve approximately 16 million Canadians. CCNC hosts an annual summit where members meet to share ideas, connect and work together to build vital support for cultural development in Canada. And Surrey has been chosen to host the 2016 summit. This is a wonderful opportunity for the city to showcase its arts and heritage facilities and organizations. And finally, Goal F. The entire staff teams in Arts and Heritage Services are passionate, committed, and talented individuals. We look forward to working with you to continue the great work that we have started. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do we have any questions from Councillor Milonette?
Well, I don't have a question. I just have a compliment, because I just have to recognize the staff that are sitting in this room from the Arts and Heritage Division and the tremendous energy and talent and work that they do on behalf of the city. The staff here have been long-term staff, several of them between 20 and 30 years with the city. They've dedicated their energy and their creativity to all of these initiatives. And I will say, when you have staff staying within an arts division for that length of time, heritage division, you know things are working well and that the city is in good hands. So I just want to recognize all of the efforts that you make, and I have the privilege of attending a lot of the openings at the Arts Centre and working with Sheila, and thank you for the efforts of getting the new cultural space off the ground in Newton just recently over a short period of time. And so we're fortunate to have you, and I think you laid out very well a lot of the very positive initiatives in the city, and Council is going to continue to try and ensure that we have a good balance within our city between recreation and cultural activities. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Madam Mayor?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I think, Sheila, it needs to be said that the reason there are not very many questions is that was probably one of the most effective and covered pretty much every single element of the culture and the cultural activities in the city. So well done on the presentation. It was great. I was really interested to see that the Creative Cities Summit next year, unfortunately, will be right after the world is visiting us for the softball. So I'm hoping that while all of those world countries are here, that we have some opportunity to engage what we will present at the Creative Cities Summit also during that summer, that we can make that a cultural opportunity for those visiting the city. And I'm hoping there's some way we can establish a synergy there, because all of the good work that you and many others in the city have done relative to the cultural activities just cannot go unnoticed, and I think that's a perfect opportunity. So put your mind around that, how we're going to make that happen. Thank you.
We welcome that. Thank you.
Thank you. And seeing no other questions, I too want to congratulate you and all of the staff for tremendous work, and it makes us very proud of our city.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here today. Can I call for an adjournment?
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Contrary? And that's carried.